What's up, guys? So today we are reacting to a video called Why Musk and Zuckerberg Want to Fight by Wall Street Journal. So I don't know how much you've heard about this whole thing, but I know they don't like each other. There's some copycat sort of stuff going on with Twitter and Threads, and I don't know if there's real beef there, but supposedly they're going to fight in a cage, which who knows how true that is, but I guess we're going to find out. But how much have you heard about it?
I mean, I heard a rumor that they were going to do it. I thought it was kind of like a joke at first because, first off, Mark Zuckerberg is way younger, in better shape, and I think has a little bit of martial art experience, especially lately, where Elon Musk is older, slower. I mean, if they were the same age, it would be cool. Yeah. But I just think Musk has such a big disadvantage. But, whatever. I don't know. I didn't know it was for real, but I guess it is.
All right, let's watch this video and see what you think.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the tech billionaire that you all haven't been waiting for. No, seriously, they are planning to fight.
They're not planning to fight? What is it?
No, they are planning to fight.
They are planning to fight.
Yeah.
One corner, Twitter owner Elon Musk. In the other, Meta CEO Mark.
Bro, 52 versus 39. so 52, just to put in perspective, Frank Shamrock fought Hoist Gracie. They were both like 49 or 50 years old. And people were like, oh, it's going to be a great fight. Dude, they were so out of shape and so slow. And these are like people that did martial arts their whole life and fought their whole life.
Yeah.
So and that was they were like 49 or 50. Holy crap. So I don't know. This is going to be such a bad fight for Elon Musk. And when 39, you're kind of right there where you should basically stop fighting.
Yeah.
But that's people that fought a lot,
For sure.
And that's people that are fighting against 25, 30 year olds. You're fighting a 50-something-year-old, I think you're fine.
Yeah.
So,
let's say we take out age from the perspective, and even who I think will win, but who I'd be rooting for is definitely Elon Musk. I think Elon Musk probably has more of a bigger fan base than Mark Zuckerberg does. What do you think about that?
I mean, I think that Zuckerberg should kill Elon Musk, but I definitely like Elon Musk more than Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
I would root for Elon Musk, but I mean, it'd be cool to watch either way. Yeah. I just think that it's the age difference is so off.
Could you imagine? Have you heard of Elon Musk's Neuralink, that chip that they put in their brains?
Yeah.
Imagine he puts that shit in it and he just fucking downloads 10 years of jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. Wow. All right. Well, let's see what happens.
Okay, so yes, this is funny, but it's also getting kind of serious. Last week, Elon Musk tweeted that he'd be up for a cage fight with Mark Zuckerberg. Zuckerberg said, "Send me location." Musk said, "Vegas Octagon." Dana White, the president of the UFC, told the Wall Street Journal that he has spoken to both Zuckerberg and Musk about a face-off. "They are both dead serious," White said. And now, here we are. But this fight is much deeper than two big-egoed billionaires. The history of the tech industry has been about companies fighting...
You know what, though? You have to get a fighting permit. You have to be able to get a license to fight. And every state's different. Some states are really easy, some are really hard.
Yeah.
But if you've never fought before and you don't have much martial art experience, I don't know if he has martial art experience or not, but if you've never fought before and you are 50-something years old and they go in front of the board of the fighting board of that state and they say, okay, a 50-something-year-old is going to fight a 39-year-old, a lot of boards won't even let that happen. I mean, Vegas, I guess, will let a lot more stuff happen, but they, the board could get in trouble for putting such a mismatch just because someone can get hurt.
Right.
Their biggest responsibility is making sure people don't get hurt.
Yeah.
But obviously, these are high-profile guys, and they're getting trained by crazy people. I'm assuming their trainers and whoever's coaching them in the fights will stop it, I guess, pretty early if it looks like it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, for sure.
But you also have to go through, I know in Georgia, once you're 38 or over, you have to go through a crazy amount of tests to get, approved. So, there's all kinds of different tests. I mean, I guess if he's in good shape, he should be able to pass them all, but it's definitely harder to be able to fight if you've never fought before and you have to get all these tests. Let's see.
Over us, the users, and our dollars. Oh, and yes, different ideologies. This fight is no different. Except, well, the possibility of a real celebrity deathmatch.
Let's get it on!
So, allow me to explain what's really happening in this fight, and how it's indicative of this new emerging tech battlefield, with the help of these guys.
Custom action figures may not precisely replicate the likeness of the real individuals.
Let's look at the history of this fight. Musk and Zuckerberg have actually partnered in the past. In 2016, Musk's SpaceX was supposed to take Facebook's internet satellites up to orbit, until... At the time, Zuckerberg said he was deeply disappointed. Things really blew up in 2018, though, when it was revealed that Cambridge Analytica had acquired and used personal data from Facebook users. Musk's Tesla and SpaceX deleted their company Facebook pages, and Musk tweeted, "It's not a political statement, and I didn't do this because someone dared me to do it. Just don't like Facebook. Gives me the willies. Sorry." And again, in 2022, he tweeted something similar. "Facebook gives me the willies."
You couldn't pause it?
That was just a few...
That's hilarious because if he had the opportunity to buy Facebook, he'd buy it in a second.
100%. But what's funny too is like he worked with them, his shit blew up and fucked up Facebook satellites, and then he's the one that deletes Facebook. Like, if anything, Zuckerberg is the one that should be more upset.
I know. I mean, how much is that satellite?
It has to be millions and millions and tens of millions and hundreds of millions of dollars.
More, yeah.
It has to be.
I mean, was Elon responsible at all for it, or
I don't know.
probably signed a waiver?
Yeah, that's crazy.
few weeks before Musk initiated an acquisition of Twitter, which officially put these two up against each other as competing social media CEOs. Musk said he wanted Twitter to be
an inclusive arena for free speech.
He specifically talked about political neutrality, something he didn't think that was found in other social networks.
My understanding is that Zuckerberg...
The crazy thing about Twitter, so like everyone I know is on Facebook and Instagram. You know, kids more or whatever, TikTok, you know, other people also, but it's not like that big of a, you know, where they teach a lot of stuff. But Twitter, like literally, I've never used Twitter. 99% of my friends don't have Twitter. I don't even understand how Twitter is even like comparable to Facebook or Instagram. You ever use Twitter?
No, it's actually the only like social media I feel like I never got into. I have friends that are into it, but I think it's less of like, so I'll say this, and this is my perspective, and I could be wrong. Instagram and Facebook are meant for like connecting friends. You know, where like you friend a friend on Facebook, they're your friend in real life. Twitter, I feel like, is more for entertainment. Like it's like a feed of things that you want to see, like different jokes and memes and videos that your friends aren't necessarily posting, but you're just kind of seeing through their feeds. But like, I couldn't imagine that becoming relevant. Like, I think if Twitter was a new company that's trying to compete in this current space, I think it'd get absolutely destroyed. I just think now there's a big user base because it's been around for a while.
Yeah, me too. And then for what you're saying, I mean, in theory, someone could just use YouTube. YouTube's way bigger and more popular than Twitter. Right? I mean, you would just use YouTube.
Yeah.
I mean, plus, I know way more people on LinkedIn than there are on Twitter. You know?
I'm sure, 100%.
So I don't even understand, but we'll see.
Zuckerberg spent $400 million in the last election, nominally in a get-out-the-vote campaign, but really fundamentally in support of Democrats. Is that accurate or not accurate?
That is accurate.
Does that sound unbiased to you?
A Meta spokeswoman directed me to this Zuckerberg post from 2020, which said that these partisan claims were false. Meanwhile, Musk has been courting more folks from the right, including Tucker Carlson himself. So yes, there's differing ideology, but also users and money. In 2022, Twitter reported an estimated 238 million daily active users. Meta's Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp have 3 billion daily active users.
I mean, look at the difference.
That's fucking crazy.
It's not even remotely close.
Yeah, it's not even comparable. You can't even. I mean, even one of those independently, the least popular one independently, would crush Twitter.
Yeah, you know how much times difference is that? That's like 40. That's 120 times more.
That's wild.
Well, it's even more than that. It's over 120 times more.
That's
so it's 120 times more popular. It's not even
crazy.
close. It's like Twitter's like not even doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
And a far bigger ad business. But Musk's takeover of Twitter has pushed Meta to build a Twitter competitor, reported to be called Threads. It's said to be a text-based social network, like Twitter, with integration with Instagram. In an internal meeting at Meta, a top Zuckerberg lieutenant said he had heard from public figures who wanted a sanely run platform. That's what actually prompted, well, this. Sure, these guys are very public about their rivalry, but it's also representative of the broader state of affairs right now in big tech. It used to be that companies were frenemies. Now they...
So instead of like challenging him to a fight that he's probably doesn't really have a good chance to win,
Yeah.
if I were him, what I would do is try to buy another competitor of Facebook or of Instagram and try to grow it and do it that way. Like I would go the opposite direction. What is there anything that's comparable to like Facebook or Instagram, or is there really no competitors?
I mean, I think there's companies that are attempting to, but like I don't like if I had to guess, I'm like the entire market value and then what percentage of that like Facebook owns, I'd say they own 90% of the space. Like I don't think anyone that does become like a competitor to those brands, they end up either buying or they end up creating like a product that's similar. Like Snapchat,
Right.
they were gonna buy because Snapchat ended up getting a good user base. And I think their numbers would be comparable to Twitter, if anything. Like they're not even close to as big as Facebook.
Right.
And they tried to buy them. Snapchat said no. So what they did was they took all the functionality of Snapchat and just put it into Instagram.
Right.
And like it immediately made Snapchat worth way less as a
Exactly.
company.
That's exactly what Elon Musk should figure out a way to do.
I just think they're too big to do it at this point from him.
I mean,
you know?
it would be, but I mean, what TikTok obviously that's like like Chinese or something.
Yeah. I guess that's the one that you would do something like that with, probably. I mean, that one's huge. That one has, I think, like over 1 billion users.
Right. So, I mean, is there a way to buy TikTok? And
Yeah. I mean, it'd be a ridiculous amount of money, but I'm sure he could. Yeah.
But hey, if you want to get him back, then turn that. That. Because I mean, in theory, TikTok's kind of like the new hipper like thing, you know, for younger.
Yeah, for sure.
Younger things, but yeah, that would be trying to figure out a way to do that. Maybe he fucked up so bad buying Twitter because he's like, man, I just overpaid, or it wasn't worth anywhere near the grief or the hassle.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, fuck that, I don't want to buy anything else. But yeah, I mean, how big of a threat do you think Threads is to Twitter?
I think it's a huge threat.
Yeah.
I mean, I the thing is, it's hard to say because like when it first came out, I know everybody was talking about it. Now I feel like it's kind of died down. Like it's not really as like hyped as it was. What I will say is, it does the exact same thing as Twitter does in a more easy to use platform.
Really?
Like, yeah.
Everyone I heard that uses Threads says they don't really like it. You know what would be really cool if I was Zuckerberg to do? To really say F you to Elon Musk? Like, take over, like, the best, like, electric car, like, company. Like, that what's the biggest company that
Like
competes?
Lucid Air.
Take Lucid Air and just make it because think about it like this. As much as I like Tesla, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's my favorite car. Like, literally, they're supposed to have this freaking pickup truck. Hasn't come out yet, the Cybertruck. They're supposed to have a Roadster. That hasn't come out. Like, these things were announced years ago.
Yeah, it's
like,
crazy.
I mean, if Zuckerberg really wanted to, he might could push stuff a little bit faster. And
100%.
I think he could really take over not only the Twitter with Threads, he could take over the
His
electric car
space for it.
Yeah, because, I mean, that would be a direct FU. Like, that'd be like,
I think maybe I'm wrong, but I think Facebook was actually like looking into the car space, like looking for a self-driving vehicle too. Maybe wrong.
that would be cool.
Yeah.
They just seem to be enemies. Just look at this fight chart. Yes, you have Twitter and Meta. Then Zuckerberg has been open about his beef with Apple CEO Tim Cook. Apple has limited how much data Facebook and other apps can collect on iPhones and iPads. And the two now compete on mixed reality headsets. Then Google and Microsoft are now in an AI battle, building on its existing cloud fight. Google has even filed a complaint with the Federal Trade Commission accusing Microsoft of anti-competitive cloud practices. And then there's Amazon, which competes with Microsoft and Google on cloud services too. And then you've now got OpenAI, which Elon also has beef with and competes with Google. Yeah, we're gonna need some more action figures. So who is gonna win in this round between Zuck and Musk? Well, Zuck clearly seems to have the upper hand with his jiu-jitsu training and a far bigger, more prospering social media empire. But Musk claims to have a move called the Walrus, where he just lies on top of his opponent. Or hey, maybe these billionaires just go in a totally different direction. Yeah, I doubt it. Wanna just go get some sweet baby Rays? Sure. Wanna come on my private plane? We can eat it there. Okay.
So, you know, there's a part of me that like thinks like I know that fight money's gonna go to charity as opposed to as according to Dana White, but what I think is, let's say like they do this fight, right? How many more people would watch this fight that would actually like attribute to their brands. So like whatever loss Elon Musk is taking, like if you get enough people to watch this fight, which I think it'll be one of the biggest fights ever. I mean, they're just two such recognizable names, even if they're not fighters. People are just so intrigued and interested. If they get enough names, fuck, he could make the money back that he's gonna lose on Twitter from threats. You know, he's like, worst case scenario.
It's all going to charity though.
No, but I'm saying like from just like the amount of exposure that they're about to get, like for them to be that relevant for as long as it's gonna be. Really? You know, because it won't just be one fight night. There's gonna be build-ups to the fight. Everybody's gonna be talking like we are now. People are gonna be talking about both of them way more than they were previously, and maybe that like somehow allows Twitter to perform better or stuff like that.
I mean, I guess it's possible, but I mean, like they're so well known right now. It's like how much more can they get?
Yeah, that's
it's
fair.
Like, who the hell doesn't know these two guys?
Yeah, that's totally fair. What I will say too is Elon Musk just announced a huge rebrand of Twitter. Huge rebrand. So like the logo's gonna be completely different. The app's gonna look completely different. So I'm curious to see what that means. So it looks like he's pivoting pretty hard and pretty quick. Yeah.
I heard he's changing it to call it like Speda. No, just kidding. Beta. Yeah, Beta. That's his company.
So when they fight, you're gonna be tuning in. You're gonna be watching.
I'll watch it.
Yeah, definitely gonna watch it.
What do you think it's gonna cost pay-per-view?
Fuck, knowing Dana White, it's probably gonna be $100. Yeah. It's usually like what's it now? 70? It can't be less than that for sure. 75.
Probably. Yeah. 79 maybe.
Yeah, but whatever it costs, I think it's probably worth the watch. All right, guys, if you guys like this video and you guys want to see more like it, comment down below what other videos you want us to react to. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and we'll see you guys in the next video.